morning. All right, 30 minutes. I'm a little late starting today because I had a 2 hour delay for the kids. So that is taking up some time. Uh, PSA this, my buddy just sent me this the other day. This stem separator's pretty amazing. Excuse me. Uh, it gives you all these many different models. It's free. You should register, but it will actually extract, like, you can extract very specific instruments from stems, and it so far seems to do a really good job. Um, so right now I'm having it. Um, the paid version is like faster and whatnot, but right now I'm having it separate. I had it separate the drums from the Dead Mouse song Fourware, and they sound pretty darn good. Now I'm having it separate those, the thing it separated, the drums, into a separate multi-channel that should give me kick, snare, cymbals, toms, ride, hi-hat, and crash. Uh, so maybe we should write something at the same tempo of Fourware so we can hear what that sounds like whenever it's done. Uh, ooh, that's not 103. 128. G sharp, A flat major. That sounds reasonably right. Yeah, minor. A flat minor. It's always minor. Okay, so let's do 128 and let's do A flat minor. And since I'm not doing anything with drums until I get those files, because I really want to hear what that is, which it does take a little while. It was faster last night because there were, I assume, less people in the queue in the middle of. Oh, look, it's already done. Okay, so we take ride, hi-hat, kick, crash, snare, tom, and residual. That is a lot of audio. Um, and it gave me those as FLAC files, and the downloads were really fast. So let's just drop those in now and see what that sounds like. I'm going to add a few more top audio copies so I can drop all that in there. And then I'll move the kick to the kick and the snare to the snare. I'm just going to, oh well. Let's see. Sure, we'll start it on measure 17. Oops. Well, it doesn't matter because we're going to move this kick to kick, and we're going to move this snare to snare. And here's some tom. I think those are toms. That's interesting. The crash. Hi-hat can go in top audio. Make sure these are lined up. And ride can go in one of these random things. Wait, where's other? Residual. Did I not download residual? I must not have downloaded residual. Or something. Residual. Alright. Sorry, I know this is like whatever, but it could be really cool. What does residual sound like? This might be top audio. Nah, it just goes with hi-hat. Cool. Alright, now obviously if I was to use this, if I was to release this, I could not release it as is because it's not mine. This is Dead Mouse's music. But it could be very useful for copying his arrangement since there are already gaps in the places where, there's breakdowns and buildups and stuff like that, which isn't bad to do. It's also useful for mixing to like get a look at, the level of his kick relative to his other drums and perhaps even beyond that, I haven't explored all the other stem separation models and things like that, but we'll see. What's up, chat? So let's find a bass. I have 25 minutes left. That was actually pretty fast. Let's find a bass that's not already in my library. Synth bass, analog bass, sub bass. Maybe get something in the same key. So I guess there was some lead in, so this is off from the grid. So we're gonna move this. We're gonna move this, I say, so that the first kick is on the beat. And it's pretty cool. I mean, since it's already like about at max, and it doesn't seem to be clipping by too much. It's not clipping at all. If I turn the compressor off, it sounds great. Gosh, that sounds good. I mean, it's not like perfect, but I can't tell in what way it is not perfect. It sounds great. All right, so what do we So A sharp, or whatever, E, A, right. If we do it in sharps, then we get multiples of the same note. It's very confusing. So I assume that the sub is playing A flat, so we're going to try this, but then it's minor, which is probably not the best way to start the song. So maybe, what if we start it here? No, that's also minor. Maybe it can start on minor. I don't know. We just loop that. Hmm. Oh, what if it's not? What if it doesn't what if it's like the pattern's not 4 measures long? That'd be 16. I don't know. Could be interesting. What if it's here? I like that. I don't know if it'll actually work out and turn into anything, but it's cool. Especially because it doesn't ever. When does it finally get back to the one? Uh, there. After 7 repetitions. Uh, but we could just trim it like there, or we could just trim it there. Like, what if we trim it there? What will that sound like? That's cool. And then a different bass comes in. So then I think this needs to actually just keep going right to the end of the measure for a bit of a, oh, it changed. Here's a surprise. And then it ends right on the one, or ends at the end of the 8 bar phrase and gives you what you sort of want musically. I think that would make sense. So yeah, so it's like that's the phrase. I like that. Okay, and then we don't want that in the second part, so then we're gonna find another bass that works here. That's like an ARP probably, and maybe we should actually use Cthulhu. Yeah, we should use Cthulhu. Uh, I really want a new Cthulhu. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know what it would do that Cthulhu doesn't do, but like based on how cool Serum 2 is versus Serum 1, I feel like they could do a lot. Turn chords off, leave ARP on, output base Serum, input from Cthulhu, Cthulhu in. Okay, delete that. Let's use the presets. I don't really want to mess around with it right now. what the old bass sounded like in context. Like hard bass is not really the right place to be looking. What about we'll just do what we have done in the past and steal that can go in the maybe, I guess. I like that one though. You just oh, of course. Well, I was really looking for a bass right now, but whatever. Okay, so where it should pop back in. I think that's where it like feels like it's got to come back after two of those. So maybe these go here. This one actually may also be able to be there. This is going a little slow for my tastes. I have 6 minutes left. All right, I better make something that makes it work. All right, back to splice. Ah. Didn't really work for it, but I think the bass that bass works well. I don't know if this one does. A lot of high pass on that. I don't know if the original Crash would have that much high pass on it, but I think that's totally usable, especially if you incorporate other things in there with it. The snare is like, let's hear this one right here. This should be good. Like that's a dead mouse snare. His sample packs. I don't actually know. He doesn't have like snare transitions in here, which is so strange. I would think that he would, but it sort of is like this vibe. But with one of these. Like super clipped and kind of filtered in there. Like that's pretty good. Yeah, don't steal, but you know, it's good for learning.